Light is a spectrum of wavelengths, and we perceive them differently or not at all, based on where they are in that spectrum. The recent deployment of the JWST, the James Webb Space Telescope, is using technology to allow us to gather light far into the infrared part of the spectrum. So far into that infrared spectrum that it requires supercooling the components of the telescope so to avoid infrared light interference. Risk, too, is a spectrum. It is everywhere, and the spectrum of risk is measured in 2 dimensions: impact and likeliness. You process risk every day in your lives, and even if you consider yourself very risk adverse or conservative in your choices, every action to take or don't take action involves risk. The only reason we can live without being paralyzed with fear of it is that we have measured it or ignored it. So, risk is everywhere and in everything we do or try to accomplish. Project risk is confined to the risks to the project's scope, timeline, and budget. So thankfully, we have a limited area to manage risk in. Project risk management has 7 processes. Yes, 7 processes. But don't worry, they are easily understood, and some quite common sense in fact. Sometimes we might forget to do them because of that. Planning risk management, where just like with other PM processes, we plan how the project will manage risk. Identify risks, where we brainstorm and truly identify all risks. Perform qualitative risk analysis, where we measure the risk's likeliness of occurring and impact if it does. And performing quantitative risk analysis, where a risk is very impactful and or very likely, and we do a deep dive on it. Planning risk responses is the process where we come up with how to handle a risk, what to do with it. Implement risk responses, we just finished deciding how to handle the risk, now let's do it. And monitoring risks. Risks are identified, risk responses are put in place. Now we monitor to watch if the risk does in fact come to happen.